In our Sunday Spotlight, Netflix surprised Hollywood this week with 14 Emmy nominations for hits like House of Cards and Arrested Development. And the buzz has already begun for next year thanks to Orange is the New Black, their new series based on the book by Piper Kerman. It's an up-close and personal look at her year in prison, and Dan Harris spoke to Kerman about the human story she found behind bars.
What'd you do? Aren't you not supposed to ask that question? I read that you're not supposed to ask that.
You read that? Well, you studied for prison?
What's going on?
Orange is the New Black is the rapturously reviewed new TV show from Netflix about a successful suburban-bred woman who ends up in prison.
The food here is disgusting.
It is based on a memoir of the same name written by this woman, Piper Kerman.
When you walked in with your blonde hair and your pretty fancy background, did you get some cockeyed looks?
When I walked into prison gates, I was frightened, and the last thing I expected was for kindnesses to be extended to me by the other prisoners, but that was exactly what I found.
Kerman's legal problems started when she was fresh out of college in the early 90s.
I met and became involved in a relationship with what seemed like an incredibly glamorous and sophisticated older woman, and she was involved with narcotics trafficking. And at her request, I carried a bag full of drug money from Chicago to Brussels and really frightened myself.
She left her girlfriend, moved to New York, and moved in with her new boyfriend, Larry. But many years later, as depicted in the show, the law caught up with her.
I feel like I'm in a Bourne movie. Have you killed? Action.
The show takes artistic liberties with Kerman's story, but some of the scenes are straight out of her real life.
These are kind of like Tom's.
Who's Tom?
Tom's are shoes. They're great, and they come in lots of different colors. And
how nice. Strip.
Strip.
Absolutely. The female officer who processed me, I think, just went to great lengths to be as scary as possible.
Kerman says she's proud that this show humanizes prisoners.
I'm gonna call you Dandelion.
She says she hopes it will make viewers think twice about the social and financial costs of maintaining our vast archipelago of prisons and jails.
Incarceration does not rehabilitate people, and it doesn't allow them to change their lives.
So are you saying that we shouldn't lock people up?
I'm saying that I think that nonviolent low-level offenders can be dealt with in much more sensible ways than by incarceration. A different punishment might have been more suitable for me.
Kerman ultimately served 13 months behind bars. Her boyfriend, who proposed right before she went in,
And that's a yes, right?
stood by her.
You know, we live a very settled existence these days.
A happy ending for her, but Kerman, who today helps newly released inmates through a group called the Women's Prison Association, is aware that she had advantages many others do not. A problem she hopes this new show,
I'm Chapman.
in some small way at least, might be able to address.
Yeah, that's me.
For this week, Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
It's a fascinating show. Thanks to Dan Harris for that. Thanks to everyone here on our roundtable for a great discussion. And now we honor our fellow Americans who serve and sacrifice. This week, the Pentagon released the name of one soldier killed in Afghanistan. And that is all for us today. Thanks for sharing part of your Sunday with us. Check out World News with David Muir tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow on GMA.